What's going on, y'all boys? It's your boy Preach, and we back at it again with another freaking video. Today, if you haven't already read the description, we will be talking about starter companies, bro. For people who just get their CDL or just got their CDL, that sounds better. But they just got their CDL and they just looking to get their foot in the door. Like, just get their foot in the door. I don't know how to explain it better than that. But we're going to give y'all 3 companies today. And 2 of them was my own personal experience. The last one was a company that I almost tried. Them. But Werner Enterprises. Like, in the beginning, I ain't gonna lie, I felt like it was a mistake. Because going into Werner, it almost feels like you're forced to go into Werner or a mega carrier like Stevens. I think Stevens Transport, Swift. It's like, it almost feels like they're pushing you towards mega carriers. They don't push you towards anything outside of an over-the-road position or a teaming position, which is crazy. So, we're gonna start off with ratings. I ain't gonna lie. If I had to rate Werner, oh my gosh. If I had to rate Werner, for the, I think it was like 5 months I stayed there, 4-5 months before I went to JB Hunt, I would say I'd give them a solid about 7.5, 8. Now mind you, I'm only rating them like that because for most people out there who don't know, there's no perfect starter company. Like, you're going to have your ups and downs with literally every freaking company. So everybody's experience is going to be different. So that makes it imperfect if you ask me. So it was a 7.5, 8, because it's a good starter company to start off with just to get some experience. But check this out, they have a lot of accounts, but it feels like every time that I done talk to somebody, even with my own experience, when it comes to getting the account that you want, the only accounts that look like they're open is an over-the-road position or a teaming position. Now me, I found a way to get out of that. I kept on finessing the system, waiting a little bit longer, making up excuses, and yeah, I was missing out on money. Well, technically I wasn't. I was technically still in training, but yeah, that's a story for another day. I was waiting for the right account because I wanted the Dollar General account, and once I seen how crazy that shit was, mentally I wasn't prepared for touch freight, but I did a little bit of it before they told me it was another home daily, and then got a pay cut of like 40,000-50,000 just to do home daily, no touch freight, going from Lithia Springs all the way to Tuscaloosa. But it was easy money, you feel me? Easy money. Nighttime driving, nobody on the road. I don't know who's going to Tuscaloosa at fucking 10, 11 at night. So I was back by like, probably like 4, 5 in the morning, maybe. It just depended on the day, honestly. It just depended on the day. But the training was like 4 to 5 weeks. 4 to 5 weeks. If y'all missed me, 4 to 5. I went through about 5, 6 different trainers, and that's the only reason I didn't like it, because my first 4 trainers, they're like, your trainer gonna text you and let you know where to meet him up at. One dude said he was having family troubles with his wife, I said, okay, cool. Second dude, he was telling me I had to meet him. I was told that he was gonna pick me up. This dude going from Miami back to Lithia Springs, Miami to Lithia Springs. So when he told me to meet him, I'm assuming that he was gonna pick me up. I'm like, okay, cool. Where you want me to meet you at? He stopped texting me back. Next thing you know, he was like, oh, he already gone, so I gotta get me a new trainer. And like, it just kept on happening, bullshit after bullshit, until I met I'm not gonna say his name because that would be kind of fucked up. But I met him, and he was on this account that shot from Lithia Springs to Chicago. Well, it was a place near Chicago. It wasn't Chicago. We had to try through Chicago though. And like two more places. It was like a serial account, and he had me drive the whole freaking time. And I understand it's a requirement of how many drive hours and all that shit you get, but man, it was like he was sleeping most of the time that I was driving. And I was like, it threw me off mentally because you're supposed to be training me, and instead of training me, you having me learn by myself. And it didn't really resonate with me a lot because I was like, I'm hoping for actual training. And it was cool. We connected sometimes. We would talk about personal lifestyles. You from the west side, I'm from the east side. It was cool, but I ain't really fuck with that because it felt like I was being used because you already making training pay and all this other pay. I'm getting training pay. Training, you getting trainer pay. It's different. Your paycheck's looking like this, and my paycheck's still looking like this. It's like I don't really fuck with it, but I like the experience. Like the terminal had a lot of things, like a lobby that you eat out in. It was clean. Well, shit, when I went up in there, it was clean. They got a little wash house or washroom. They got showers. Like it was a pretty decent little experience at Werner. So if y'all want to go to Werner, that would be my first recommendation. Now, going on to 2 on the list. 2. Schneider. I can't express this enough. A lot of people say they don't make money. Now, just hear me out. They might not make money, but their training, their equipment, the technology that they use, I feel like if every starter company had this shit, just my personal experience now, I had seen something, it was like, they did the trip planning for you. They tell you where the nearest gas station you can take a break at on your trip, on route. It's like, that shit was beautiful, bro. That shit was beautiful. And it's like, they got a strict little policy over there. It's like the margin for error should be very low with them. Very fucking low. And mind you, I was there, I was doing the orientation, and this is my own personal experience again though. I missed one day. This is the only thing I didn't like. And I would give them a rating of probably like a 7.5 too. Because the money ain't really there for the orientation or training pay. So the only thing I would say about them is you got a week of orientation. I missed one day and they told me I had to start all the way over. And I wouldn't get paid for the other 4 days that I had already done. I would only get paid for that one day I haven't done yet. So I'm like, they was trying to finesse me, but I wasn't going for it. So I just ended up saying, fuck it. Ain't doing that. Mind you, I was between the time frame of when I had left Werner and was about to go to JB Hunt, because Werner was in Lithia Springs. That's probably like 30 minutes away from me. But Schneider was only like about 8-9 minutes, because it's like an exit down from where I stay at. So I'm like, the terminal really right around the corner. And I didn't know about JB Hunt because I didn't know where the terminal was at. So I held that on JB Hunt, and then they started up that new account and they called me over there. But yeah, Schneider, I feel like it's a great starter company to humble you and teach you a lot of things by the book. I feel like that's the right way to say or speak on Schneider. That's just my personal opinion though. It's just my personal opinion. But 3, boy, a lot of folks ain't gonna like me for it. A lot of people talk down on them. A lot of people they just all over budget don't like these folks. And that's Swift. Now, mind you, I ain't got no problem with no Swift driver. No, I see how they got the bad rep and stuff online of not knowing how to drive. But if we really put this in perspective, I done seen drivers from other mega carriers do the same shit that Swift drivers do. People just don't blow it up as much as they do Swift drivers. I done heard Swift drivers that they've been there for 5, 10 years, and they have no problem working there. So I'm like, it's really just your own personal experience that you should be worried about at this point. Like, you can't tell somebody or let somebody guide you into going to this place or going to that place, because at the end of the day, it's your journey. So they might tell you it's a bad company, and you get there, and you get the best treatment ever. So keep that in mind, bro. Keep that in mind. If I had to rate them, personally, I never went there. No, they was always, on my list of going, because they was right around the corner too from my house, probably no more than 15 minutes. And I was going to go, but like I said, I had other offers, and they seemed a lot better than Swift. And I was one of those people who let people talk me into that shit, but I had actually started talking to people afterwards and figured out, don't fuck be capping, bro. It's not always like that. You might see some shit, a FedEx driver or a UPS driver do the same shit a Swift driver done did, and guess what? Man, that's FedEx, that UPS, them boys paying. So since they paying, they ain't gonna really talk bad about them. But Swift is not no UPS, it's not no food service job, it's not none of that. So they're gonna talk down on that job. But like I said, it's your own experience. Swift, they have a lot of different accounts that you can choose from. The training, like every other place, 4 to 5 weeks, depending on if you're experienced or not. And really, I ain't really got too much to say, man. When dude talked to me, he was telling me how they got some somewhat new trucks. This was back in 2020, actually 2024 too. That was back in 2024 and 2023. He was telling me how they had late model trucks or some shit like that, and I didn't know what that meant. But he ended up telling me, he was trying to tell me, like, they got trucks going from 2020, 2021, you got 2022. The latest truck you might drive might be like 4 to 5 years old. It's like, damn, okay, that ain't bad. But it all depends on how the truck was ran too by the previous driver. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are my 3 starter companies, y'all. My 3 starter companies. You can't go wrong with now 1 and 3. It's all about personal experience. And these are for the ones that's really 21 of age, because not every company is going to hire you at 21. You got some companies like, I think it's Stevenson. You got, I believe it's Melton, the flatbed company, if I'm not mistaken. Do your own research. Just do your own research. And it's TMC. They do flatbeds too. They do 23 or older. I think it's TMC and not Melton. But yeah, they do 23 or older. You can't get hired unless you're 23. So keep that in mind. This video is strictly for starter companies who just got their CDL and potentially might be 21 years of age. But other than that, that wraps up the video, man. That wraps up the video. Hopefully y'all like, comment, subscribe. Go follow the social media add-ins at the bottom of this video. Just show some love to the channel, man. I see we almost at 500 subscribers. Man, I've been pushing, man. I've been pushing. I've been putting out so many goddamn YouTube shorts, TikToks. Like, I need to start putting my on other platforms for y'all, because I know some people might come to this channel and be like, dang, I ain't got TikTok, and you don't post on Instagram, you don't post on Facebook. And I will be coming to y'all with those social medias. I will be dropping on those social medias. So just keep that in mind. We love y'all. I thank y'all for all the support y'all show me. And it's your boy Preach, and we